It's officially here. I just landed in Japan last night and it's finally the Tokyo Marathon race weekend. I'm a little jet lagged, however, my husband Matt actually surprised me with first class tickets over. I had no idea. And it was nice because we could actually lay down and sleep on the plane, which I've never experienced before. And so thoughtful ahead of the race, just making sure I was able to get enough sleep. And now we're gonna do some exploring in Japan. First thing on the agenda is we're gonna get some fluffy pancakes, and then we're gonna do some exploring to see if we can find some good marathon gear. I've also been keeping a secret from you guys that I'm planning to share this week. It's something I've really struggled to navigate privately, and I feel that now ahead of the Tokyo Marathon is the right time. I've been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, also known as MS. I got my diagnosis about 2.5 years ago, and I've been figuring out how to live with it. I just filmed a video sharing more about my experience with it, and you can watch it here. But I feel that right now is the best time to share this, and it took a lot out of me reliving it and filming it today, so I'm planning to relax the rest of the night and then head off to the expo in the morning. I'm on my way to the expo right now. It's crazy. We're here right at 10 a.m. when it opens, and you can tell there's already so many people here. This is the line of runners. This is the visitors section, and it is moving kind of slowly. So I'm heading in now. I hear the gear sells out quickly, so I am going to beeline it to get some gear along with my bib, and I can't wait to explore. This weekend is starting to feel real. I'm at the expo, and this is absolute madness here. There's nothing left. It's so popular, but we're gonna do our best to try to find something to go home with. I just waited in line to try to get some jackets, and it was crazy. I grabbed anything in a small and an extra small, and this is swimming on me. People were pushing to get in front. There were people behind a curtain who were passing jackets out. When I got to the front of the line, I just saw sizes hanging, and they'd pass them through the curtain, you know, like out to people, and there'd be a million hands trying to grab them. So when I got to the front, I just decided I was gonna start passing them out to people and would shout the size and try to pass it back so people could get them quicker, but there was so much pushing. It was absolute chaos. So now I'm doing a fashion show to showcase some of the items I pulled. I fought so hard for these. What's the verdict, black or white? I do always love a good classic black, and I think I'm definitely walking away with one of these. I have a few extra sizes. They're smalls, so I'm gonna go play Santa. Extra small, anyone? Extra small?
Yes, for my mother.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you so much.
Take her. There we go, we have a taker. Pleasure to meet you. Hey, it's so great to see you. Nice to meet you. I'm Elizabeth. Thank you guys so much for having me. So good. We're gonna write a message right now on the Bakari board. I just picked up my bib from the Tokyo Marathon Expo. I'm 25263, and it's starting to feel real. I'm going for a 3:15 marathon for Tokyo. I've trained really hard. I think I have it in me, but it will depend on conditions for race day. Right now it's forecasted to be a high of 68, and training through the winter in Boston that has been absolutely frigid. I'm talking about like teens, low 20 runs. It's been so bad with wind chill. it's gonna be tough to transition to the heat for this race day, but I'm gonna go for it, and I think my plan is I'm going to reassess around 6-7 miles, check in with my heart rate, see where it's faring, and if it's in a good place, I'll keep going, and I'll check in around mile 13, halfway point, and again, see where my heart rate's at. If my heart rate gets too elevated too early, I'm probably gonna pull it back, but my B goal is to break my current PR of 3:20:20. And beyond that, my C goal is to Boston qualify, and if it comes to it, my D goal is to finish. But hopefully I have a 3:15 in me, and we're gonna see how it goes on race day. Today is a big day for me. I'm hosting my first global shakeout run. I've hosted events before in the US, but to be able to do so on such a large scale in Japan, it's incredible. I've seen my community grow so much, and to be able to bring runners together on the other side of the world is a dream come true. I'm leading the shakeout run with Pocari Sweat, and I'll be hosting a Q&A after the run as well. So let's go check it out. I just got back from the Pocari Shakeout run, and it was an absolute blast. I met so many people from different areas of the world, and events like this really just fill up my cup to be able to connect with such amazing people in the running community. But honestly, the real surprise was before the shakeout run. I met up with my friend Rob Dalto, and we were planning to film some content together. He has a great channel at Pursuit of Performance, and he creates a lot of inspirational videos and shares people's stories. So we got together to share mine.
The Abbott team has invited you to run the Boston Marathon with them this
oh my gosh.
in April back at home on your home turf. So the community that you're building and supporting and bring so much to can support you for 26.2 miles back onto Boylston Street.
I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Oh, that means so much. Boston is the place where it like all started.
I don't think I've been as speechless as that since my husband proposed to me. The Boston Marathon means so much to me. It's why I started running. I wanted to run the Boston Marathon one and done, and it set me on this incredible journey. And it holds such a special place in my heart because I've done this race a couple times, and each year it's been for a different reason, a different why, a different cause. And I missed the cutoff this year for a BQ by about 30 seconds. So it was devastating. If I had run one more second a mile, I could have shaved enough time off to get it on my own. So for Abbott and Rob to surprise me in this way, I'm so touched and honored, and it means the world to me to be a part of the Abbott team, to be helping people in different area of their lives. And the fact that they surprised me, it's something I would have never expected. So I am just so happy right now. It's just so exciting. And the rest of the day I'm planning to take easy, but I'm going to be running another shakeout in the morning with the Weston. So lots of exciting stuff still coming up, but I didn't think the Tokyo Marathon week could get any better, and then this happened. So I am just so grateful. I'm on the shakeout run right now with the Weston and Abbott. It's probably, I don't know, 55 degrees today. It's around like 9:30, and tomorrow for race day, it's supposed to be 68 as a high. So I'm realizing right now on this run that I'm gonna be in a little bit of trouble tomorrow, so I might have to adjust my pace and my goals, but I'm gonna see on the fly. I'm gonna check in a few miles into the race, see where my heart rate's at. But man, if I am hot and struggling now, tomorrow is it's gonna be a tough one. I just got back from the Weston shakeout run, and the coolest part about it was seeing all of these incredible people who are going to be earning their 6th star in Tokyo. So they all come out for this big run with the Weston, and you just feel this giant sense of community because everyone's finally working towards and earning that goal that they've been chasing for so long. So that was just really special to be a part of, and I'm hoping that will be me because Tokyo is my 5th and I have 1 star left, my 6th, the London Marathon. So stay tuned. Hopefully that will be coming soon. And now we're just gonna go off and do some exploring in Shibuya before turning in ahead of the race.
Found this spot, just walked in on the side of the street. It's truly amazing. That was an A+ slurp.
My training block for Tokyo has definitely had some challenges and setbacks. I started the training block really strong and I was feeling really good, but I got very sick around the holidays in December. I was down for the count for about 3 weeks. I was couch ridden. I really couldn't do much of anything. One of the things about having MS is that you get hit pretty hard when you're sick because your immune system is suppressed and you're just more easily susceptible to being sick, and I get hit a little bit harder. So I had to kind of build back fitness after that 3 weeks of no running, and it was challenging because I wasn't where I was at before, and at that point I was 50% through my training block. So I really had to be strategic with what I was doing for that second half of the block in order to hit that 3:15 time. I'm really proud of being able to hit a lot of hard paces, especially during this brutally challenging winter that we've had in Boston. It's been the worst one in a long time. It's been icy, it's been cold, it's been windy. You really can't lose yourself in the run, which you can kind of do. Usually you can run paces and, zone out a little bit, and you have to avoid black ice, sidewalks that are congested because there's not a lot of walk room. The wind has been so strong that that's been an extra challenge as well. I'm proud of how I've pushed through. I've been doing a lot of my runs with marathon pace miles at around a 7:24-26 pace, which is my goal pace for Tokyo. Being in Tokyo has been absolutely amazing. The city is so clean. It's funny, back in the US you have trash cans everywhere and it's still not necessarily clean. Here there are no trash cans out. It's spotless and people all take their trash home. It's one of the first things you notice. Let's get to the food. It's been incredible. Sushi, ramen, fluffy pancakes. They're just some of the best food that you can have to carbo load for a race. And I've really been enjoying every single meal that we've had. I have had some stomach issues since we've got here. I think just adjusting to the time difference has been a little bit challenging. Hopefully on race day, it will feel a little bit better. These weekends are a whirlwind. There's so much going on. There's so many incredible people to meet, stories to hear, stories to tell. And I've really enjoyed being immersed in the running community. Everybody is so kind, genuine, and welcoming. It doesn't matter where you're from, your background, how old you are, what you do. You instantly have this connection because you're a runner. But my strategy is going to be to eat a full breakfast at the hotel at the Westin before I leave. And then I'm also going to bring an energy bar with me, and I'm probably going to have a caffeinated gel at the start. I'm going to bring 6 gels with me. These are a few of them that I'm bringing, and I'm going to plan to have them about every 4 miles out on the course. I'll also plan to stop at every water station, and I'll be drinking some of the electrolytes that are going to be on the course. One of the challenges with Tokyo is they don't allow full-size water bottles at the start, so that's going to be challenging getting there early and not necessarily having water for a large portion before the race. I'm starting in Corral 1C, so it's relatively close to when the race starts at 9 a.m. Heading out in a few minutes with some of the new friends that I've made this weekend to head over to the start, and I am so excited. It's gonna be a hot day, so I'll keep an eye on my heart rate, but there's nothing like running a marathon. Starting to get all the feels. Race day nerves are hitting, excitement too. Squad! Woohoo! Oh, we're matching with the glitter. I swear it makes you run faster, right?
I'm at the starting line right now. Only minutes before the race starts. I'm really starting to get emotional with sharing my MS diagnosis and doing this for something that's bigger than myself. And for the first time ever, being able to share that experience with so many others. All right, about to cross the start line. Good luck, everybody. It's getting hot. MS is not good in the heat. And it can activate your symptoms sometimes. So I'm gonna have to be really careful on this race and be smart. My running mantra is I am a fighter. In everything I do, I'm a fighter against MS. I'm a fighter against every challenge in my life. Whatever comes my way, I can fight. And that's what I'm doing today in the Tokyo Marathon.
Let's go, Elizabeth! Let's go! Here we go! Finish strong!
I had to fight through that one. The finish with a new PR, 3:19:52. Thanks to all of you and supporting me in my MS diagnosis. It means so much. Thank you. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. I want to hug you.
You did it.
I did it. Proudly finished with a new PR, 3:19:52, and I proved that I'm more than my diagnosis, despite the heat, despite the challenges, despite the emotional week sharing it, and I am so proud of myself. The corrals were a little more clustered, so like when the gun went off at 9:15, it was just one, or 9:10, it was one straight shot. First 5 miles were really bad with congestion. Number one was awful. Some of the roads were like, you were in 2 sections, so there was more space, but then when you got to like mile 10-ish, you had to go to one side because they were having some down and back, so the course got thinner, and so it became more congested again, so you had to be careful with all that. I struggled today with hydration. The weird thing about the start is that you really can't have water with you. You're not allowed to bring it in. They did have an aid station where you could get some, but you know, you're trying to balance going to the bathrooms, you're trying to balance getting to your corral on time, and like they cut you off at your corral if you're not there at a certain time, so I had to be in mine by 8:55 ahead of the 9:10 start. And if you didn't make it by then you had to start all the way at the back. The start was amazing. They had like confetti that was just everywhere, which was really cool to see. I realized pretty quickly, like around mile 6 or 7, my heart rate was over 180. I knew in my heart of hearts I was gonna have to abandon my 3:15 goal that I had originally trained for, but I still wanted to push myself a little bit because I worked so hard. Around the halfway mark was when I really decided that I had to pull it back. From there, I really listened to my body. I tried to settle into a 7:30, but with the heat, it was so hot. It's a high of 68 today, and it is straight sun. You can see there's no clouds in the sky. And the thing about the course too is you weren't in the shade, and it was down and back straight in the sun. So it was exhausting, and I got really nervous around like mile, I think it was 19, because the 3:20 group passed me, and at this point I realized that I was shooting for my B goal of beating my current PR of 3:20:20. So I wasn't sure where I netted out, but looking at my watch, I was able to do the mental math to see where I'd be able to hit it. And mile 20 was hard. You had a down and back that was straight in the sun, and around mile 23 you had a hairpin turn. Those were hard on the course, but that last one in the sun when you're struggling was especially tough. And that last stretch back, it felt so long. It really felt so long, and you were avoiding people who, it was like kind of runners down where they were not necessarily on the ground, but walking really slowly. So you did have to weave a little more than expected. For the last 3 miles, I was just trying to keep it so that I could PR at that point. And I did pass the 320 pacer group around mile 24. And at that point, I knew that I had it in me to PR. So from there, I tried to pick it up, but I have to be honest, picking it up for me was just giving it a harder effort. I was still pretty slow at this point. I think I was like a 7:45 mile, but I had added on so much distance that I had a lot to make up. And when I got to the last like 2 kilometers, I picked it up a little bit further, gave it a little bit more effort. And then for that last kilometer was when I really started to push and give it my all. My whole mantra this race was, I am a fighter. And I really believe that. I'm a fighter in everything I do, whether it's with my diagnosis, any challenge in my life. And I kept repeating that to myself, and truthfully was sharing my diagnosis. This week, I was thinking about the outpour of support and how loved I felt, and for the first time, not quite as alone as I've felt previously. So I really used that to help push me in those moments where I was struggling. When I turned that last corner, I don't know how much was left, maybe it was the 0.2 distance. I really tried to pick it up. I knew I was against the clock, and I just pushed to the finish, and I was so happy when I crossed. It felt like a storybook ending to my why, to everything I've shared with all of you to this point. I definitely teared up at the finish. I got really emotional. I was recording some videos talking about it, and I had like multiple people come up to me and like congratulate me and say like, that's amazing, like you're amazing. It was very, very moving. And my body physically was struggling. My left hip, my right hip too, just like my legs in general were hurting. I kind of had some blisters on my feet from running, but I was just so happy. I pulled over the side to like stretch for a little bit, and on the way out, they actually had some massages where you could get a 7-minute massage. So I did that. The woman was wonderful, and I think that's gonna help with my recovery. But my biggest takeaway from this race is that mantra still rings true. I'm a fighter, and I'm so proud of myself for what I was able to accomplish. Today is my 5th World Major, and I have number 6 coming up in April, which I'm really excited about. So this is an incredible journey, and I'm proud of how I performed today, despite a lot of challenges.